Media does not destroy relationships, but the content destroys the relationship. So I'm going to talk about couples who monetize their marriage, who monetize their relationship. And I guess there's this thing on social media where people are starting to think that social media ruins relationships and it's a bad idea to make content with your partner or monetize your marriage or monetize your relationship. But I want to talk about the humiliation tactics that have been used mostly against men in a lot of relationship content. So what you notice now is that it's usually the woman that decides to make content on social media. And if she has a boyfriend, if she's in a relationship, if she's married, she decides to then, join her partner into those content. And usually the partner is usually either supporting her in the content in those videos, or she's doing a challenge and it involves him and reacting some sort of way that would make the audience laugh or people follow. And the thing that a lot of people don't understand is that respect is the core value of every single relationship, and nothing can override respect. And so when you make content that makes someone feel disrespected, that will slowly begin to destroy your relationship over time. So a quick example, I think a few months ago there was this egg challenge where you had to crack the egg on somebody's head, and a lot of married couples or people in a relationship, especially women, they would use their husband's head. So they would get an egg, let's say this was an egg, and they would break it, they would hit it on their husband's head to break the head. And the whole purpose of that content was to get a reaction and to make people laugh. Now you might think, oh, that's content, but from a man's world, that is disrespect. That is disrespect. And even if you make so much money out of it, it still does not justify the behavior. And this is why I said in the beginning that social media does not ruin relationships or marriage. It's the content that ruins the relationship and that ruins the marriage. And every time you make a content or a video with your partner, you need to think and ask yourself, would this individual feel disrespected? How would the public perceive this video? You need to put this into consideration, because you don't want to lose your loved one. You don't want to lose your marriage. You don't want to lose your relationship over social media. We all know that the streets are cold right now and that love is not easy to find. And you would know now that relationship videos or marital videos get more likes, get more views, easy to monetize when the girl is good looking and she's got a husband that is good looking, and she's also got a house with her husband and got a car with her husband. It's easy to monetize that marriage, that relationship on social media, because deep down the whole world is hoping that true love still exists. The whole world is hoping that they can get with the person that they can get with the person that they want, at the same time get a house, get a car, get money, all that good stuff. They are hoping that that still exists. So when they see your relationship online and it fits into the image that they have into their heads, that is the reason why they're following and they're liking everything. Even though some of it is silly, some of it is humiliating, they're still going to like and find it funny. You then have to understand that while you're making content and, social media might be part of your job spec, you have to protect what is yours and you have to value it and preserve it and make sure that it's not going to destroy you and your relationship in the long run. Another thing that I wanted to touch on is that if you as a woman, you have a man in your life who worship the ground that you walk on, a man that holds you to high regard, a man that you know in your heart that, yeah, he loves me. Like you could swear to God that that man loves you so much. That man does not want to be perceived as a simp to your followers or to your fans. And what I notice is that when a woman is married to a man that walks on, that worship the grounds that worship the ground that she walks on, it's usually a man that she's probably not really into like that. And so she starts creating videos in a way that it's embarrassing to the man, but it's fun for her. Because when a woman is married to a man that she's not really into, it's easy for her to disrespect that man on social media. It's easy for her to say anything disrespectful or do anything disrespectful on social media. And so what you have is all her followers, all her fans will begin to call him a simp. They'll begin to call him less of a man or beta male, all these words that men don't like to hear online. I'm saying this because it's easy to take advantage of someone who worship the ground that you walk on. And this is why worshiping the ground that you walk on shouldn't even be happening in the first place. I know it sounds good to your ears, and I know it sounds good to anyone who's in a relationship, but that stuff is terrible. It's not a good thing. Because when you hold yourself to high regard, when you hold yourself to high regard, and you put God first in your life, you're not going to worship the ground that anyone walks on. Point blank, period. Even if you love them, you're just not going to be doing it. If you are thinking of creating a relationship content with your partner, I'm not saying you shouldn't do it, but what I am saying is look at how it would be perceived in the public. And the reason why you have to care about this is because your partner is also going to see the comments as well. They may lie to you and say, oh, it doesn't matter, it doesn't get to me, but it will. Words do get to people a lot quicker than a punch in the face. A punch in the face could be erased after like a couple of months, but words don't. Words stay there forever, and it could really hurt deep down. And so I would just, personally, I would never do relationship content. If I had a partner, if I was married, I would not monetize my marriage. I wouldn't monetize my relationship. I wouldn't even monetize my family, because I love all of that. I value that. So I protect it, and that's that. And I keep it private. I could do that with my own life. I could sit here and talk about what I'm doing and all that kind of stuff, because I know how to defend myself. I know how to protect myself, but I just wouldn't do it for the people that I love. And so we're in a day and age where everyone's monetizing everything, and there's just no boundaries. And I don't want you to be in a good relationship and then social media, you now blame social media for destroying your relationship, and it's not. It's the content that's destroying it. It's what you're doing on the videos. It's how your husband's being perceived in those videos. Every woman deserves to be in a good, perfect relationship, but there's a part where you have to protect it. The way a guy is going to protect a relationship is different from the way a girl's going to protect a relationship. A man's way of protecting a relationship is physical, but from a girl's perspective, wisdom needs to be applied. Wisdom needs to be applied. If not, you're just going to destroy it, and you're going to start from scratch, and it is a devastating place to be. So that's it for this video, and hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.